Hey all, Vince Casso here, and I wanted to talk today briefly about something that I've been thinking about recently. Some of you may have seen my post just yesterday where I mentioned that sometimes we have to pass through the unknown to get to a world otherwise inaccessible. And this is just something, it's a small tidbit of what I've been thinking about a bit for the last week or so about goals and why some people have so much trouble attaining them, whereas others in the same or even worse conditions are able to do so much. And examples of this, you'll look at most major CEOs or a lot of the very high profile entrepreneur minded individuals in the world who are now making a name for themselves, making a great income, maybe 7 or even 8 figures in some cases. Well, when you look at it, what does it boil down to? In a lot of cases, these people had no more resources, they had no more or less opportunity. Their situation in life was no better than yours or the average individuals, you could say. So what was it that somehow made them different and managed to propel them to the top of whatever industry or to reach their goals in life, what have you? And you can chalk it up to 1,000 things. People can make 1,000 different excuses for why they can't attain their dreams or reach their goals. And look, I'm not trying to be unsympathetic here or unempathetic or anything like that. I do understand. I really do. There are some people who do struggle a lot in life and find it very difficult. But I would like to say that there is something that can be done. And for a lot of people, it boils down to one basic reason, and that is most often a reluctance to go outside of one's comfort zone. It's a reluctance to do something that one thinks may be a bit of a risk or that is not a perfectly calculated move. You know? It's those people who are the most successful right now who have taken those sort of leaps of faith in their life to get to where they are now. You'll notice with all of those people, it's about being able to go out on a limb and then, if needed, take a jump right off of it into whatever may lay below. So I want you to consider that a bit. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I, of course, want to provide things. I want to provide advice and whatnot that can help you, my viewer, my reader, etc. I want to help you, but also because this is something that's actually meant a lot to me in my life and has managed to do a lot for me in terms of how I have progressed in life with my careers and whatnot. And it's just little that little point to consider. And it applies in many different ways. I mean, even just with, say, you're at a job and you take just that little risk, little leap of faith to try and get higher pay. Or that little risk, little leap of faith to try and find something better. Or if you have a dream, but maybe it'll cost a bit, gotta invest some money, and there's a little bit of startup here and there, you gotta, put something into it to make it work. You know what? Well, then maybe you do that. Maybe you do that and it works out, but maybe it doesn't. And here's another thing that sometimes in life you'll go a direction you want to go in. You'll strike out and try and do something you've been wanting to do, and it may not work. You may run into issues. You may run into barriers and problems. You may fall flat on your face once or twice. Guess what? Everyone has. I mean, my God, let's again go back to any successful, wealthy person nowadays who have had to work up to where they are now. Look at their track record, and you'll see a person who's had to make a lot of blunders to really figure out the formula for success, as they now have. It's gonna happen, and that's the thing. You need to be willing to make those sort of trial and error mistakes once in a while. You need to be willing to carve out a new path, and also you need to be willing to learn, because there are other people who have probably struck a very similar path to you, or at least the path you're trying to strike out on, who know its turns and twists and who know how it works and how it's mapped out, who may be able to help you, teach you a few things. Regardless, the point always is, I really hate it when I see anyone who has a dream or a goal and they don't do anything. They say, I want to be a big actor. I want to be a star in music. I want to go to MIT. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to have this effect on the world. They have that thought, but it doesn't go any farther than that. The thought stays in their head and never moves. It breaks my heart to see that. It really does, because there is so much you can do. If you just put your effort in, your determination in there, and just say, you know what, damn it, I'm gonna make this happen, and then you go and start doing it. If you just stick to it and make it happen, there's no reason you can't end up like those who have met their goals and those who have attained their dreams. There's no reason. There's nothing that makes you any different, any worse, any less apt for success than those people. There's absolutely nothing but how much you may be holding yourself back right now. Not to get too heavy on you, but this is just something that means a lot to me, and I wanted to really convey it to you guys. And hopefully you can get something out of this, use it in your life like I'm using it right now. And hey, I'm still learning. Life is always a learning process. I'll be learning until I'm 100 years old. I'll still be learning. I'll still be figuring things out and blazing new trails and maturing in wisdom, in knowledge, and what have you. But there's no reason why you can't start now. I don't care if you're 15 or 50. Those goals are never out of your reach, and there's always more you can do than what you're doing right now. There's always a little more. All right, that's all for today. Just wanted to get that message across. Hope you guys will tune in on Friday. I have a fun little thing planned for you. But in the meantime, stay well, and I hope to see you then, and good luck.